Oh, I just realized that my mic... Can you guys hear me now? I didn't realize that my mic was not turned on. I'm like talking to myself. Sorry about that. Boeing, just so you know, I've got my Skype open, in case for some reason... Hey, Grumpy Owl Gaming, you made it. In case, the stream goes down again like last time, you could just shoot me a message and let me know. I don't know why that happened. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Alright, let's do this. My room is still a mess. If you can't tell, behind me there's just stuff everywhere still. Still unpacking. Have a sip of water here. I think we can get started. Let's see. Switch this over. Alrighty. So here we are in Needles. I want to get Needles ready for you guys to be able to download. So I have some work to do here. And it's not going to be anything too crazy. I need to clean up this room a little tiny bit. I did port this map into SP2, and I noticed some problems. Mainly, some of the built-in content was not showing up in SP2, which I thought was kind of weird. I think I was missing about 6 assets. So I have to kind of fix that. Let's see, Grumpy Owl, we are going to be building, well, we're going to be working on this map here. I know you're new to the channel here, so this is kind of not city skylines, but it is a city building game with a focus on, or a world building game with a focus on railroading. So you can actually operate the trains once you build everything. Right now we are in the edit mode, and I built this entire map based on a track plan. So what I need to do is SP2, some things that are not working are like these fascias here because they were built in and I couldn't port them. Mostly it's the stuff that I hated about this, which is the fascias, the walls, the ceiling, the floor, and all that kind of stuff. So what we're going to be doing is editing. Man, my phone is just blowing up. We're going to redo the fascias here and the floor and the whole layout room. And try to get this ready so that way it's not a TMR exclusive, because I'd like you guys to be able to play this in regular Trainz: A New Era SP2. Got a pretty good turnout going so far. Alright, so what I need to do is figure out what assets I'm going to use for this fascia. And I really, really hate how this is squared off like this. So I think I'm going to try and do this style with the roads. Let's see. I can't remember what it was. Somebody pointed me in the direction of some dirt roads a while ago, and I don't remember where I bought them from, or I didn't buy them actually, where I downloaded them from, because it was free rare. And I think it might be these assets. Oh yeah, by the way, I moved the webcam to the bottom left because in the bottom right is the QUID thing here, so you guys can see what assets I'm using. And I realized after watching my stream back on the P&B from last week that I was talking about this thing down here, the QUID list, and you guys couldn't see it because because my webcam was in the way. I started the stream 7 minutes and 34 seconds ago, according to YouTube. All right, so the technique that I'm talking about is where you take a dirt road. This might not be the best one, and this might be a little bit better. You take some kind of a spline asset and you use that against the side of the, I guess the earth or whatever, the fascia where you're gonna put the fascia, so that way you can get smooth, rounded corners, or yeah, there's no such thing as a rounded corner, a rounded transition, like on the peninsula and stuff like that. So I think it's not, some of these assets are not normal dirt roads. Oh man, I can't remember what they were called. I might just have to do one of these. Oh, wait, do I have it in my pick list? Let's see if I could find it. What's up, Ben the Miner? You made it. Yeah, the the new JR roads are really, really nice. If you haven't seen those yet, go check them out because they are really, really nice, really well done, well put together. Ground texture spline. So this is what we need more of, is like these kind of like ground texture splines. The problem is that they do exist, and there's lots of them like with grass and stuff like that, but there's not a good selection for this kind of sandy scenery. So I have to kind of see what I have. Yeah, these are the JR roads right here. This is one of them. They're really nice. They are not gonna work for this situation necessarily. I need something that looks more like just straight up ground texture. Something like this. Yes, so something like this might work. Let's see if we can find one that will match our sand texture here. Let's check this one. That is not so bad. That one is a little much. I'm not gonna do that. It's just a matter of kind of finding the right texture here. But yeah, so once, I'm hoping that maybe by the end of this stream we'll have enough work done that I can do some final like beta testing and testing in SP2 and see if I can actually get this map out. And I will release it on my sub page on Jointed Rail, which is not done yet. I don't even think it's live. So don't rush over to Jointed Rail and try to check it out, because it's not, you're not gonna find it. It's not there yet. And that is where I will have most of my assets that I have created. So any routes or any of the P&B assets or anything like that that either I make or any of the Jointed Rail guys make. I haven't discussed with them where like those GP38s or anything else are gonna live. That is yet to be discussed. I know some of them watch my streams, so maybe we could chat later. SP Service Pack. So they just released another service pack for the game to kind of bring it up to some better standards, stabilize the game a little bit, and that doesn't always end up working very seamlessly, but it does work on occasion. As we all know way too well, I was a little apprehensive about updating to SP2, because sometimes if you update too early in the process, there could be unknown bugs, and it's really localized to just your machine. It could be the stablest build in the world, but if your computer is got something, a different type of hardware than they tested on, it's possible that you can have some problems and stuff bugs out, which is really unfortunate. They can't test on everything. That's just how it is. Wow, we're up to 58 people so far on a holiday weekend. This is great. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me here. Is this route going to be for Tane or both Tane and Trainz 12? I don't think that this is going to port to Trainz 12. Unfortunately, it's only going to be Trainz Model Railroad and Trainz A New Era Service Pack 2. Let's see. Model Trainz Backdrop. No. No. Really having a hard time finding the appropriate assets here. I know I downloaded all these roads too, and I have absolutely no... It was months ago. This was months and months ago, and I have absolutely no recollection of what they were called or what website I got them from, or who even recommended it to me. I really can't remember. Oh, excuse me. Let's see, what is this? Sorry, I don't mean to be boring you guys with just like scrolling through all these assets, but I have to... Once I find the right asset, then I can get going. Anybody going away this week? Going to the beach or anything like that? I need a vacation. Bad. After this move, man. I could really use... Oh, this is a nice asset. What is this? I just want to look at what this asset is. Ooh, I like that. That is going to be useful for something. I'm not sure what yet, though. But I'm going to put that in my pick list for later. I like that a lot. It's got some nice detail and texturing on it. That's cool. All right, get rid of that. No, not the power line. This might have been a mistake. Undo. Okay. Dominic Harris says he has no life. I'm sorry, buddy. Fireworks on July 3rd. That's kind of weird. I know my hometown used to do fireworks like a week before the 4th, like the weekend before. So they wouldn't do them. I don't think they would do them this weekend. They would have done them like last weekend. And I think they do that because of their proximity to New York City. So they just didn't want to compete with all that. I think I looked through all these already. All right, let's see. The Guy just subscribed 5 days ago. Thanks a lot, The Guy. Thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. All right. I don't know, guys. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything in this related vicinity of this asset that looks good. Because I'm not totally sold on this one necessarily. It's good and it's close, but it's not. If I go, let's put them like right next to each other. Like that kind of works. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's do this. Let's just give it a whirl and see how it works. Let's drag this out of the way. So the way you're supposed to do this, and I'm still confounded as to why there is not an appropriate asset to make this work. Like a fascia asset. You have to put down... I need dig holes. You have to put down this road, and then you put down your fascia. Dig hole 2x2. So we want to clip away the earth. That's too much. Just a little bit. Maybe like that might be enough. And then we walk in this fascia, or this, I keep calling it fascia, this road. And I might have to connect this. How am I gonna do this? This is where it gets tricky, and this is why I don't really like doing this. It's kind of a, in my opinion, it's an unnecessary workaround to get something to work. Like when they developed this version of the game, Trainz Model Railroad, they should have developed some kind of assets to address the fact that most model railroad layouts have curved fascias. So let's see, we'll use the straighten tool to straighten that out, straighten this out. Somebody should have developed this by now. Maybe it's out there, I don't know. I don't really spend a whole lot of time on the forums, so I don't actually know what is new. Oh man, this might, maybe it'll work. Stupid ceiling. Oh, you know what? I think I put the ceiling on its own. I can hide the walls. Okay. Okay, so the walls and the ceiling are now hidden. They will not get in the way. So the idea here is to try to bend this to conform it to the shape that I desire. And the shape that I desire is not a 90-degree shape. It is a nice, gentle curve. Something like that. So now, you know what? I hate these fascias too. Let's find a new fascia while we're at it. I really hate these fascias. Clear. Yes, Grumpy Owl Gaming and I are definitely friends on the Twitter. We have some interesting back and forths on occasion. I must say, I do thoroughly enjoy following you. And Jack is a zombie. Is that I forget if it's Jake or Jack. I always mix it up. He is definitely very funny, and I think are you guys buddies in real life, or are you guys just Twitter buddies? The guy is asking how old am I? Are you asking me how old I am, or are you talking to somebody else in the channel? If you're asking me, why don't you guys take a guess? Take a guess how old I am. I'll give you a good look at my face. Yeah, not in real life, but everywhere else. That's awesome. Yeah, you guys are great. Definitely really awesome. Definitely worth following on the Twitter. You think I'm 37? Woo! Oh, I see lots of numbers here. I think RMD 2023 got it. I'm 31. I've been told I look younger than I actually am. '21? Wow. Always flipping these stupid layers or forgetting to flip them back. Hey, I think early 30s are like the best time. 40, ouch. Now, this is a really nice fascia. I like this style, but the problem is if I do this, then I have to put legs under the layout. I kind of really just don't want to do that. That's really almost the only reason that I used this fascia, this ugly wood paneling fascia, because I don't want to put legs under this stupid thing. It's just kind of annoying. Oh, I got a little water with lime tonight. It is very nice on the throat when I'm going to be talking, and it's very hot up in this room. All right, so let's see. What does this fascia look like? So this is the curtain fascia. This is the one I used on Franklin Avenue, which, by the way, if you have SP2, you can now download my Franklin Avenue route. So give that a look if you're interested. Here is another. Whoa. This is another wood paneling one. I don't hate this one quite as much, but it is wood paneling, so I don't know about that. Do you guys know, are there any other fascias out there? Should I like jump onto the download station quick? When is the next P&B episode? Man, I don't know. I'm still unpacking stuff, and it's gonna be a minute before I have time to sit down and record a regular video. One thing I do want to talk to you guys about video-wise is another series that I would like to start, and I would need all of your help to make this series happen. All right, thanks, Grumpy Owl Gaming. It was good to have you here. I'll see you next time. So this other series that I'm thinking about doing, or I'd like to do, would be like a community spotlight series. So it would only be maybe once a month. I'm just gonna do this one. It would be something like once a month, and it would be less than once a month, or once a month rather, and I would probably do something along the lines of find some of the assets that the community has made over the last month, and just kind of show them off in like a brief video, maybe like, oh god, I hate this. maybe like a 5-minute video or something like that. If somebody makes a really great route or a new engine or something like that, things that might be worth showing off and getting other people interested in it. It would be a good way to like kind of get you guys involved as well, and kind of, I hesitate to say pass the mic, but you know, kind of just showcase some of the work that you guys are doing. If other people are actually doing anything. I know sometimes the community tends to go on hiatus all at one time, practically. No. I would only do it probably once a month because there's not, it takes a while to develop content, and I know exactly how long it takes to actually do some of that. So I would give it like a month to get like enough assets built up in the community to actually have something to showcase that's worth showing, and it's not just like, oh, here's 2 routes and then that's it. Like, I'd like to gather up maybe some engines and buildings, pretty much anything that the community is making, and just kind of show it off a little tiny bit. I'm trying to think of some other stuff, kind of like this looks terrible. This is just, I don't think this is gonna work. Oh man, what am I gonna do here? Let's try to work this out, because this is, I really just don't know if I can release this map with these stupid wood paneling garbage fascias. I'll undo that. Undo that. In this game, 99.9% of the time, you're never going to grab the freaking asset that you're trying to grab. It's always going to be something else next to it. I have no way to grab this stupid dirt texture and try to move it. What if I... Oh. Whoa. Okay, let's go down a little tiny bit. I wish there was an easier way with splines to kind of control the how rapidly they move up and down. See, now this is just not really gonna work. Maybe. See, I can't. Sometimes what I do is I'll just... Oh, now I grab it. Now I grab it. Okay, great. Come on. This game can be very frustrating sometimes. Now it's not even letting me get anything. There we go. Okay. I wanted to go lower with it, though. So, I don't know. I'm just going to move this. Alright, now I'm grabbing it every time. This particular asset. Alright, whatever. Whatever. We're just going to do that. And I want to... usually want this like right at the edge. And the idea is just to cover up these little cutaways here. What if I bring this up just a tad? That's... it's getting there. It's getting there. I'm kind of concerned about these polygons, though. Like, this is not a smooth thing. It's just, like, very... This reminds me of playing N64. Like, this is N64 graphics right here. Let's see what we can do. How can we fix this? We could add a couple more spline points and see how that helps. Adding too many spline points, in my opinion, can be very, very detrimental to anything. You know what? I really hate this. I really hate this. What am I gonna do? Bleed a couple of dig holes that don't need to be... Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put some grasses over top of it too, but I'm really just not liking the way that this is matching up. This fascia is pretty terrible too. No, it's not pretty terrible, but it would get the job done. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I just try to deal with the 90-degree corners and make it work? I don't know. I love New York Central NYC says, hey, what's up, buddy? You know what? Let's try this too, just out of curiosity. What might help is just changing the fascia. Let's try the other wood paneling fascia. Let's try that. A1 Videos says hi. Hi. So let's see. Let's do a bulk replace and just see what it looks like. Because if it doesn't look like complete garbage, then maybe we'll do that. See, now why? This doesn't even have the word fascia in it. Maybe that's the problem. What is all this stuff here? Fill 01 meter, asphalt 2 meter. What is this? It just looks like a brick wall. All right, let's take a look at this. Let's watch the magic happen as this ugly fascia gets turned into another ugly fascia. Oh, what happened here? No. I don't think that's gonna work, guys. That's definitely not gonna work. Another option we could try. Let me, oh man. All right, I'm gonna switch out of TMR for a second and just revert this route. Because I don't want to save this. So let me switch that really quick. Let me exit out of here. Not gonna save. Okay. Catherine Mobley, that sounds really awesome. I like the sound of what you guys are doing. Okay, let's switch it back. All right, and just like that, we are back to square one. So the other option that I could try, and it's not gonna be the best, but it's not gonna be the best, but we can try it. If I just make some 45-degree angles, I think we might be good. And now I don't remember what the name of that and what that asset was. Now I gotta dig around again. Oh, I'm not even in the spline thing. That would be helpful if... I know it was like farther down. It was one of these. So here's what I'm thinking we could try. Oh, I gotta turn this off again too. Walls off. Okay. So this may help a little tiny bit. Let's cut this kind of at like a 45-degree angle. And then we're gonna delete this. And then we gotta go, let me put this into a pick list. Is this the right one? I wanna make sure this is the right one before I go and do it. Here we go, changing layers again and forgetting about it. I need like a post-it note or something like that. Joe, remember to change the layers. Yeah, all right, so it was not, it was this one. So, pick list, in you go. And we'll do dig hole 2x2. So this may be a little bit better of an option. It won't be quite the greatest, but maybe. We'll see. It might be better than a 90-degree angle. Oh, you know what? I can't... Can I? I might have tried this before. You can't really do... You can't really do this. I'm gonna try it anyway. I'll do it for you guys. I think maybe if we bring that to there. All right, and then we'll clear that. What I want to do, I think, is go down. Oh man, I think this might work. Actually, you know what? This is gonna work. I'm gonna make this work. I am 100% gonna make this work. Let's try to match this up. You guys are fans of the P&B too, huh? That's good. I was getting a lot of feedback about needles. It seems to have been a pretty good hit on my channel so far, and I'm kind of surprised by that, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's because of the you guys like these Midwestern routes. I know Union Pacific and Southern Pacific and Santa Fe tends to be very popular for some reason. I never really got too into it, but I figured I would give it a shot. All right, so now let's take our ugly fascia and see if we can somehow... Let's see if we can do this. If I can somehow connect this on an angle, I will be much happier than having it be a 90-degree angle. Doing these model railroads is really, really painstaking, man. There's too many, like, little... I thought it would be more fun because... And it was fun, I'm not denying that. But because it's a smaller space, so you can get more detailed. So I did enjoy that part of it. But it's also really kind of a pain to do what I'm doing right now. Like, this is... I'm not enjoying this. This is, like... This is brutal. But it's got to get done. I got to get it done, and I'd rather do it in your company than by myself, because I could talk to myself while I'm doing this, but it's just not as fun. All right, so that... Okay, I think we're going to make this work. Then what we could do is we can lower the... We can lower our terrain here. Of course, the spline point is going to move with it. Aha! Guys, this might work. I think the only thing that I'm worried about is blending this together somehow. If I maybe... No, I'm not doing that. Take a sip of water here. Ah, refreshing. Always refreshing. Water. Never lets me down. Alright, so let's see. If we inch this back a bit. This microphone is like right up in my face. This This microphone is very directional, so I just want to make sure you guys can hear me, and I'm not talking not into it. Alright, let's try to... He's getting ugly. Not you. You. So I gotta cover up the edge of these dig holes a little bit better. And I think... if I can make that happen... Come on, stupid spline points. Let's keep my hand on the undo button, because that's... seems to be... There we go. So let's see, it's gotta come to about here. So if we... No! Oh, wait, I could just disconnect it. Nope, that didn't work. Back. Gotta hold down... Remember to hold down Shift. Alright, Shift... Line that up. I'll fix the angles in a second. I need to make sure that I get the... I need to make sure I get the edges lined up, because that's more important. I'm stuck with it. Alright. Alright, this is getting somewhere. We're working through it. Working it out. How are we gonna blend all this? Is gonna be the next. You guys remember Will It Blend on YouTube? That was always funny. It was just, if you never saw it, it was just this guy with an industrial blender, and I guess he was trying to sell it, and the whole thing was this blender can blend anything, and he used to just throw like iPhones in there and all kinds of electronics, anything, and it always blended. It always did. You'd always had some serious questions about it. You're like, is this actually gonna blend? And it did. It always blended. What am I doing here? Stay focused. It should still be on YouTube, so I highly recommend doing that if you're looking for a good laugh. His catchphrase was always, don't breathe this. Or, that's iPhone dust. Don't breathe this. Always got a kick out of that. Come on, grab the asset, man. This game is really testing my patience today. Start screaming at it, making my nose itchy. Why? Oh, because it thinks I'm trying to... What is happening right now? Grab? No. This is not what I'm trying to do. It's totally just not... Oh, wait, I have it in a pick list. I shouldn't even be wasting my time with this. Nope. Here we go. What I want to do is just add like a little tiny tail, and then bring the height down just a little tiny bit. And what I'm trying to do is just blend this edge in just a little tiny bit. This is definitely not gonna work. Alright, so let's undo that. Let's think about another way to blend this travesty together. Alright, so we got that matched up. I think the best way to do this might just be to start putting some scenery over it and hope that that helps it blend together. So I'm going to try that in a second. I'm going to match this up. Align that as best as possible. This is kind of annoying me, but maybe if I move some of these shrubs over top, I can kind of hide it. That might be the way to go, is to just try to hide some of this nonsense. Got a cactus. Got this, another cactus. Let's see how this goes. I definitely need to blend that somehow. This is slightly mildly irritating. But once I get this, if I can figure out the best way to do this, and I should be able to just recreate this on all of these edges that are driving me bonkers. This is not too bad. I think if I lower the terrain again. Yeah, all right. This finally. This might do it. This might do the job, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. And then maybe I can raise this up a little tiny bit here. Yes. Okay. Yes. All right, now we're cooking with gas. Lower that. Raise this. A little bit more. Lower this. One thing that's interesting about these dig holes is that although you don't see the terrain here, it's still there. Like, look at the shape of the cursor. There's still, like, if I'm panning my camera over it, it changes height, like it's going up and down the hill. So I kind of wish that it would dig the whole thing out. But again, this is like another one of those, like, kind of workaround things that somebody conceptualized a while ago and made it work, which is really cool. All right. Now we're getting someplace. What track did I use? This is from Jointed Rail. It is, I'll tell you in 1 second. It's that purple track that everybody hated when it first came out, but it seems to be the right color for the locale. All right, so this, it's not terrible. It's not the greatest, but I might be able to live with it. Kind of make this a little bit less even. I'm gonna bring that down, and then I need to bring this up a little bit for that. So this track is hello. Oh, this isn't the track thing. This is the Jointed Rail ST100 clean/new A. That's what it is. And then I'm using. There's a couple variations of it. So I have like the dirtier variation and stuff like that I'm using like in the yards and stuff like that. Oh. All right, so I think that this might be a solution to our problems, to our woes. And I think this will be helpful. But this little gap here is going to really annoy me. I have to figure out how to alleviate that. Oh, that might do it. I think we're good. Just don't look at it from this angle. I don't know what to do about that. I could lower the, I guess I could lower the fascia a little bit, but then I'd have to lower it everywhere. That's just too much of a pain. I do need to level this out. Who is, man, you guys are blowing me up on all the things. We'll have to take a second at some point and scroll through all of those snaps and tweets and everything. The whole 9. All right, let's put the point. Go. Oh, this is so painstaking. That's good. Did that screw everything up over here too? No. This is annoying. How do I fix you? And then I'm gonna throw some debris, some things. No, I want to go down. There we go. All right, so let's throw some more shrubs and grasses, and all those kind of things. Place a rock over it. That's an idea. I do like that idea. Hey, yeah, the street sign. You know, it might have been long ago enough that I could talk about it, but it was a scavenger hunt when I was in college, and that's about all I will say. I'm not gonna say that I took it or anything like that, but it did it was acquired during a scavenger hunt, as most things like that tend to be. What am I doing? I was trying to get a rock. That's what I wanted. There we go. Why not curved? Yeah. You must have just popped on. I've been fighting with this for the last, like, half an hour. It's just not working out. Where are we here? We're gonna go over here. So, we could use that there. I mean, I don't think that this is the greatest solution. It's just... There's no... I mean, I don't know. You guys tell me. Maybe I can release 2 versions of it if it's really kind of an issue. I could do the squared ugly version and then the angled ugly version. So maybe we could do... One spot that I really want to do it to is right here, actually, because this is the most useless plot of land on this thing, and when I made it, it would just irked me so bad. So you know what? Let's just do that right now, because I can't look at it another minute without getting sick. Delete that. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have deleted that whole thing. Yeah, we'll talk about that on Skype another time. Boeing. Let's see, I don't want to go there. Let's go here. Yeah, one thing I think would be really cool if somebody who is like a 3D modeler or asset creator could do, or somebody who just has some free time, just put together like some rooms, some like layout rooms that are sort of pre-built, and all you have to do is just go in and lay down your track plan and stuff like that. Like I know I mentioned that during the one of my videos, but I just think that that would be a really cool thing to do. I wish I had a preview of these things too. You know, just like something like spare bedroom or spare garage bay or something like that would be really cool. Because if you look in Model Railroader magazine, most of the layouts you'll see in there are done in like a spare bedroom or somebody's big empty basement or garage or something like that. So that'd be kind of cool to just have that pre-built stuff, so that way you could just jump in and just start like building the layout. Sauce Boss Trainz, hey, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. All right, let's get our ugly fascia. What's the best way to do this? Did I learn anything from this a minute ago? Grid doesn't help either. All right, so we need our fascia. Let's go this way. Well, the reason I agree, if you're getting bored with this, I don't blame you, but the reason I'm trying to do this right now is so that I can finish it up and get it released for you guys, because I don't really have a whole lot of free time right now, so if I'm gonna work on it, I figured I would include you guys and we can chat, and then I can actually get some stuff done, so that way I can get this out for you. We'll do, you know what, we'll do a little bit more of this, and then we'll move on to something else that I need to do on here. So that way I'm not just doing this boring fascia thing the whole time. But, I mean, you guys should be taking notes if you ever want to do your own model railroad. You can make sure you don't make all the mistakes that I'm making. Alright, I think that is kind of lined up decently. And if I can get the height the same, that would be nice too. How am I going to do that? Let's see, let's go to this spline point. I guess it's 10.78. Can't tell. Can't tell if it selected it or not. Okay, that was good. First shot. First shot there too. Oh man, feeling lucky now. Alright, so we will throw down this texture. This might work out a little bit better than the other side. And I think I laid this down totally wrong. That sucks. Flip it so that the spline point is on the opposite side is what I want to do. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. So back to what I was talking about with this other video series that I want to do, a community spotlight sort of video series, and I would like your guys' help, your guys, to help me find stuff that you think would be worthy of doing a video on. And I don't mean just tweet at me all of your stuff because you think you're the greatest or something like that. Definitely tweet at me and stuff like that, but I'm looking for a good variety of things. Alright, let's see. Can lower this down a little tiny bit. Yeah, that might be okay. I might be able to make this work. This little piece sticking out is annoying, but... Alright, let's lower down our ground a little bit. Cool. I wonder if I could use another dig hole there. Is there like a 1x1 dig hole? I wonder. 2x2. Oh, 1x1. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Where am I trying to dig this out of? That's getting kind of close to the track, so maybe I won't do that. I'll just have to adjust the fascia. That's the only way. What other games you guys playing these days? Anybody check out Trainz World or anything like that? It's I've been meaning to take a look at Trainz World. It looks pretty nice. But obviously I'm more of a route builder. So I don't know if I would really like Trainz World too much just because I like doing this kind of stuff. I like operating a lot, and I really like the realism looks like next level out of that game, so I wouldn't mind checking it out at some point, but... Yeah, I know the Trainz World you need like a really, really good machine for, but I just built a pretty ridiculous PC, so I think I would just need probably a better graphics card. Railworks too. I've looked at that just to like see it, but I feel like they charge for every single asset that you could get. Like everything, everything is payware. And I mean the quality is pretty good, so I mean maybe they can get that's how they get away with it. People buy it, but I just don't want to pay for every single item. Like I'm all about supporting asset creators. And I don't mind paying for payware and stuff like that, but I wouldn't want to pay for every single piece of the game to run it and actually enjoy it. That's just too much. Too much. We're getting too close to the rails. Maybe I can hide this with like another spline of some kind. Maybe I'll try that too. That might not be a bad idea. Let's try an actual dirt road. Okay, works. Alright, let's see what this JR dirt road we can use here. And I know I'm playing with fire by putting spline points over top of spline points. It's just stupid and annoying. Mostly annoying. So let's see, I want this to kind of look like a road that just kind of pops onto the scene and then disappears. Just to kind of, maybe that's not wide enough. It says narrow. Let's try this one. Just to kind of hide this edge just a little tiny bit. A lot of, see, that's the other thing, is that this is kind of like wonky when you try to go off layout sort of with splines. But a lot of railroads have service roads like right next to the mainline tracks. So this might kind of work. It might also look really forced and really stupid. You know what, we could even take this, well, if I cut that corner off too, that's gonna be a problem. Let's just leave that like that for now. And then let's move this. Try to work it together just a little tiny bit. And then we'll blend it into the scene with some more vegetation. Maybe some signs. Yeah, I guess it does kind of look like an old dried up creek bed. Where are we here? Where are we? What am I doing? Too low. Right there. That's what I want. Right there. All right, so let's move in some of these shrubs and stuff like that. Let's see if maybe this will help kind of blend our scene together just a little tiny bit. Got some cactuses we could put in here, and then, oh look, a ruler. I gotta delete that. Goodbye. Let's just bring that to there for right now. No, I have not tried the 4 trigger system for crossings yet. I haven't had time to really do much of anything. My P&B live stream last weekend was the first time I've been in that route since I moved. And actually, this is the first time I've opened up TMR, I think. Or, well, I mean, and actually did anything in it. I opened it up earlier to test some stuff out and check it out in SP2, but I haven't done anything else, unfortunately. Which is why I'm doing live streams. I gotta delete some of these extra ones. Alright, catch you later, B-Man Productions. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. Get rid of all that. Maybe that cactus can stay. You can stay, little cactus. There we go. Definitely have to adjust this fascia just a tad. Ah, Train Man, you got a good idea there. I do like that. We'll do that in just a second. As soon as I... Come on. As soon as I get done fighting with this spline point. I'll get the right one day. There it is. Get you right there. Alrighty. Good, good. That's gonna annoy me. Let's see. I think I have a BNSF high railer. Yeah, we could use this guy. Definitely don't want him sunken in like that. It's a little weird. There we go. I think I also downloaded some like mileposts and other things like that that I should probably add to this route. No, back. Let's see, do I have any rail workers? Probably not. These are like European looking dudes. I think I have some guys over here. What do you guys look like over here? You guys look cool. So maybe we could do something like this. Put this guy over here. Let's try to work this spot out really quick. Alright, that's not terrible. I hate that this has got a gap to it and not a backside, but what can you do? I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to put another rock there because this is kind of a continuation of the road. I do need to lower this a little tiny bit. So how do we... This is much better than that stupid angle that I had there. And you know what? I could have made this easier for myself and just moved this road like right up against the fascia. And I wouldn't have even needed to do what I just did. Let's just check it out and see. It's even better. Oh yeah, that's definitely much better. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, what else can we add? What can we do here? So we did that. I'm not gonna remove this diner because I really like this diner, even though I hated the fact that I had to fill in this area and kind of square it off. I'm gonna leave it because I put time into this scene and I kind of really like it. It does add some depth to it, although it is really irritating. I'm just trying to imagine like if this was a real model railroad and I was like standing here trying to operate or something like that, it would just drive me bonkers, but it is what it is. That is gonna stay. So we'll leave that. I don't particularly like this either. I could, in theory, pop that out. Let's do that quick and see. Well, let me think actually real quickly. Before I do that, what else do I need to do to get this layout ready? We can do... I wanted to change out the walls and the doors. Actually, there are no doors, so just the walls and the floor. Not crazy about what the staging looks like, but I am probably just gonna leave it as is. Just because it's just staging, it doesn't need to be perfect. Let's put the walls back on for a second so we could actually get a lay of the land. There we go. I guess I should probably do something over here too. Yeah, if this was a real layout room, you would have absolutely no way. It would be a terrible fire hazard because you would have no way of getting into or out of this space. So, oops, trying to check the chat here and there. Just scrolled away from it. Joshua trees. Oh, you know what? Let me do a save quickly. Yes, there is exactly one person on the P&B. No more, no less. Joshua tree. Do I have any of these? Like, I get really confused about what content I have between, jumping between Tane and, Trainz Model Railroad. It does not look like I have any Joshua trees. Oh, stretch my legs for a second. Sorry. It's just the kid on the bike and that's it. Alright, so you said Joshua trees. What was the other thing you guys said? Let me see. More cactuses. I could do more cactuses. Cacti. Yeah, so SP2, the floor and the ceiling are not working properly. Well, they're just not actually porting into the game at all. So let's just take a look at that really quick. And this was definitely my least favorite part about this whole thing. I think it's really irritating. And I can't grab it. Oh, you know what? Because I have it on the layer. Walls. Floor. Which one are you? And I still can't grab it, of course. Alright, so ceiling. So I have a very... Actually, I don't really care about the ceiling. I don't know why I'm looking at the ceiling. The ceiling can stay... The ceiling can stay the way it is. This floor is god-awful, though. That has gotta go. If you ever dropped one of your engines or anything on this floor, it would just be over with. It'd be done. Alright, what other ugly floors do we have? That's the ugly floor I'm already using. That... Oy. Not liking that one either. Or is this the ugly floor I'm using? I don't know which, but... What is this? You are not a floor. Why would you come up in the search for floor? Unbelievable. Alright, let me take a look at Content Manager really quickly. And then see if I could just find a better solution to my floor situation. Floor and ceiling, and I can't... Not loading Content Manager right now. Of course not. Alright, so maybe we're not going to do that. These are standard. Alright, you know what I'm going to do? I think I do need to open up Content Manager, so I think I have to relaunch the game. No, if I do that, then I'm gonna screw everything up. Alright, so no Content Manager because it's not launching, and I can't close out the game because I'll screw up OBS. So we could either use Ugly Floor A or Ugly Floor B. I think we're just gonna stick with this horrible one. We're just gonna have to live with that. Hopefully, wait, are these things built in also? Because I think it wasn't the floor that was a problem, it was the walls. I might just have to like try to sort this out to make it actually compatible with SP2 a different way. And what do we got here? These are probably not. That's a painting. These are all pictures, posters. Oh man. Huge wall. These are all more pictures. Picture. These are the walls that I'm using. MRRHO wall blue. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. This is a... But again, these are built in, I think. So I can't... Is there a way to add a filter not built in? Because that's what was giving me problems, is just the few built-in items that I used. But I thought that everything that was in TMR got ported into SP2 anyway. Built in. Is this actually... I don't even know if this is actually gonna work. And not built in. So we should be looking not at built-in stuff. Ugly Floor A is better. Okay. Alright, so these walls... Let's just get out of this room for a second so we can look at these. That wall apparently is not built in. So I might just swap all that out. Is that really the only one that I have? Oh boy. Alright, the walls might just have to stay, and I'll work that out later on. I just want to make sure that everything works in SP2 for you guys, and because I know not everybody has Trainz Model Railroad Edition, so I want to make sure it's compatible for the most amount of people I can. Built-in equals false. Oh yeah, I put that on true. Man. Thank you. Huge brick wall. We could do the generic ugly brick walls. More pictures. But now... This is what I'm using. This is so weird. I'm gonna work this out later on. That's just... It's not worth my time. Let's take a look at some trackside details. So I can do some super detailing and keep things kind of halfway decently interesting. Oh man, the fireworks, when I lived in Brooklyn, people used to fire like the straight up, like the type of fireworks you go to the festivals to go see. They would light them off like right in the streets outside of people's windows. It was insane. Absolutely insane. I was on my roof last year watching the fireworks over New York Harbor, and somebody lit off a firework and like right in front of my building from the street, and it basically blew up like at the level of the rooftop that I was standing on. So I'm like first of all, it was just deafening, and second of all, there was just like flaming firework debris flying all over the place. It was very, very nearby, and I'm amazed that nobody ever got hurt doing that or burned up a house or anything. Big brick wall spline. See, I can't get into the download station right now. They also blew up. I don't know. It was like a string of firecrackers. It must have been like 30,000 firecrackers. It was absolutely insane. It went off for a good like 5 minutes straight. It was probably like 10,000 firecrackers or something like that. What am I looking for? I'm looking for details. What kind of details do I want? I should just search for that. It would be 9:20 in Brooklyn right now. So let's see. Speed. Well, I did speed limits. I can't. I'm not gonna do that. Let's do a mile. Do I have any mile posts available? Sign Norfolk Southern mile post. So let's add one over here by hour. Do you guys know what the mile markers would be out there? Because I have absolutely no clue. The NYPD did not care. They would be like parked up the block. They just did not care at all. Which is what made it extremely frustrating for people like me who would be trying to go to bed at a reasonable time, and people would be firing off firecrackers and fireworks right outside of my window at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And this isn't just the 4th of July, mind you. This is like the entire 4th of July week. Would just be like that. I bet you I'm on the wrong layer. I knew it. I knew it. I gotta switch this back. Route layer. Now to lock this again, turn it back off, go back to our route layer, and do this right. No, I'm wondering what the mile marker would actually say, right? Because I can change this. Yeah, is it like a? All right, we're listening to the 126ers right now, so it's gonna be mile marker 126. If you guys know anything that is what the mile marker would actually be, let me know. We're gonna add that one here, I think. And there's other trackside details too, and I don't remember what they're gonna be under. I'm thinking like, I don't know. Let's just look up marker. They're whenever I'm looking down a right of way, I see a lot of not just like the milepost signs, but you'll have a whistle post, which also I need to add. What's up, Curtis Huey? That, and then like sort of like yellow, not flanger signs, but sort of similar. Let's see if this works, or how this looks. We will slap this right about where the trigger is set to go off. That's cool. Where'd you go? Okay. I think that is probably prototypical. And I'm wondering, do I need to put one? That ain't gonna work. All right, so we'll just do that one, and then we'll do one on the other side too. Because these tracks are too close together. Do I have any in like the regular assets? I know these say Norfolk Southern style, or whatever, whistle post or Norfolk Southern mile post, but I'm gonna use those because they look nice and modern. I think I have speed limit markers already in here, or I already set the speed, so I'm not gonna add those. I think I like this. Wait, where are we? This way, at least, you know, I could put this down. And it's a little bit more work to have to like rotate the asset and move it into place and stuff like that. But it gives me more control, so I can kind of squeeze it into some places that I wouldn't normally be able to. That looks cool. Let's see. Maybe we put one. We gotta add one down here. I want to try out the triggers that the other set of triggers that you guys had pointed out to me that are out there that actually they're a little bit more complicated to set up, I guess, than the Atlas ones, but they you have better control over them. Like if a train stops and reverses, the gates will go back up, and they have some more realistic operation, which I definitely like because I'm always a big fan. I love switching, and I always feel like I make these crossings where there's like a switch track, like right here. There's like a switch track right next to the crossing. And like in this case, it's not such a big deal because this is just a crossover from mainline track 1 to track 2. But like something like down here, you know, if I put a traffic stopper in here, it would be nice to be able to kind of have more control over the traffic if the engine stops short and then reverses and then pulls back up and that sort of thing. This isn't like necessarily the best example because there's no flashers here, but that would be pretty cool. I have to experiment with that rather than just do the Atlas triggers. The 4-way triggers also I should check out. I have not done that yet. A lot of you guys pointed that out in my Atlas tutorial. A yard limit sign would be nice as well. No, no yard. Can I just do... Nope. Not liking that. Is this the only yard limit sign that I have? What does it look like? This doesn't really look modern to me. So I don't know if I'm gonna use that. Yeah, I'm not gonna use that. We'll just keep going with these. Do a couple more of these whistle posts. Where are they? There we go. And I need them... Where else do I have grade crossings? Maybe one over here. Now, one thing I don't know is, would they put a whistle post here and here for both sections of the track, or would they just put one like here? And that would be enough to notify the crew. I'm gonna put one just right here, because this is pretty slow speed section of track, so I don't think trains are gonna be blown through here too quickly. You need like crazy advanced notice to blow the whistle. And since this is in the yard, they should probably be running their bell at the same time, so. Delete those ones. And then we'll throw one on the other side here, which looks cool. And then I want to go back and just finish, once I get some of these details down, I want to go back and finish that fascia and just get that done. The more I can get done now, the less I'll have to do later on, like off camera, by myself, by my lonesome. And then I could just get this out to you sooner. That's really the bottom line. I'm just trying to get this ready to be released for you guys, since this is a very requested route. Let's fix this quickly. and get it out of the way. And I totally never put any scenery, grass, or anything here, so I need to do that too. I need a dig hole again. And then, can I get slightly less? No. Is this going to be worth it? I'm asking myself right now. I don't know if... Yeah, I might as well. Everything is in the little details. That's not what I'm trying to do. What am I doing? Delete that. Put another one of these here, and then we will break that. And then we can bring this way. I could... Would it be worth it to go more gradual? It might be. I think that's what we're gonna do. Later, Tyler. Thanks for stopping by. Or maybe you weren't leaving. Maybe you were saying goodbye to somebody else. Either way, thanks for coming. Let's move this up a little tiny bit. And then we're gonna back this one up. I got some fireworks outside my window right now, too. I need this again. So now that I've kind of figured this out, it's definitely goes a little bit quicker. I still don't like it. I think somebody needs to make a fascia that just has this piece built onto it. Because it's not too undifferent, check this out, than retaining wall. Did I spell that right? I can't even see anything. So look at this. This is a retaining wall. It's got the wall, and then it's got the ground texture, so you would lay your track up here. So to do a fascia and make this so much easier, you would just retexture this to be a fascia, and then change your ground color to whatever you want. And I know, you guys, people are probably watching me and are like, well, if you want it so badly, do it yourself. I would do it myself, I just don't have any time right now, and that's not my thing. I'm making maps. I can't make everything. I can't make all the assets that I use. As much as I would love to, but then that would have to be like, that would be a full-time job. Absolutely a full-time job. That I would probably very much enjoy if I could. And let's do our little groundwork here. Gotta go a little bit bigger. Kind of pushing the limits here. Sad music plays, yes. Oh, thanks. Red Zone, I think is your name. Red 3D Zone. Red Zone. Cool, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad you found my channel. Glad to have you here. I might have to make this spline a little tiny bit longer. Is going to be, I think, the answer to all of my problems. We just make it a little bit bigger because we have the space to do it. So we will use the space. If I could do Trainz as a full-time job, I would, but the job that I have now has something called health benefits and retirement package, which is extremely rare to have these days. So I kind of need to just stick with that for a little bit. All right, this is good. Yes, okay. That was another corner that just drove me absolutely nuts, so I'm happy to get rid of that. So that's gone. Let's fix up this ground a little tiny bit. And then, it's not too bad. We'll just make a couple fine adjustments here, and then I think we could throw down some texture, some detailing. Should be nice. All right. Where are we at here? I gotta get my head back in the game. Stay focused. Caddy Lars Grass, you are my friend. I do like you. So let's see, what else? I had some other stuff in the back of my head I wanted to chat with you guys about. I'm trying to think here. So Friday night, was it Friday night? What is today? Today's Sunday? Yeah, Friday night. It wasn't last night. Friday night, we, out here where I'm living, there was a free jazz festival, going on. And, it was in the main part of the city, and they shut down, a bunch of the streets, to put big stages on the streets. And, my wife and I and her sister and her boyfriend were like, hey, it's Friday night. It's a free jazz concert. We like jazz. Let's go check it out. So we went out to dinner, and then we went up to this free jazz concert, and it was pretty legit. And I was really shocked to have stumbled onto, what's the name of this band now? It's Caravan Palace? Yeah, Caravan Palace. I had to look it up. And if you listen to any kind of like electro swing, I guess is really what it's called, you've heard their music before. They were really good, and I was just shocked to have stumbled upon them. And I knew their songs, and I knew them as a band, and I was just so ecstatic to be able to see them live and have no idea that they were playing and just kind of stumble onto it. And it was such a good show. They had a really great, like, legit sound system. It wasn't just like some little tiny stage that they threw together. It was like, you know, like a real concert, which was really, really great. I had a lot of fun. I was a little ecstatic. That might have been a little bit too much on, too overly ecstatic on my Twitter, but Bobby Stanford, yes, I'm married. My 1 year anniversary was, 2 weeks ago. So I am 1 year and 2 weeks married at this point, if you could believe that. But yeah, that concert was just absolutely amazing. And if you have the time, they are on Spotify, and you should just give them a listen, because they're just a really awesome band. And a lot of people were saying too, they were like, this is jazz. And it's not classic jazz, but yeah, it's still jazz, because it's got, you know, it's swing. And jazz is constantly changing and constantly reinventing itself. And that's what makes jazz, is the fact that it always is something new. There's certain details that make a genre of music what it is, but the fact that it was electronic jazz doesn't make it any less jazz than anything else. All right, what else? I need to put some stuff over here. Misclicking. Put that there. I wish there was a slightly closer texture, but this is just gonna have to do. I mean, it works. It looks just kind of like dried up, baked earth. That's fine. Let's move this over a little tiny bit. Move this over a little tiny bit. And I gotta do some grass over here too. Do some stuff here. I like a little bit of grass like around the crossbox. I think looks pretty cool. Overgrown, sort of. How does my wife deal with my Trainz hobby? Well, we were dating for about 10 years. Well, let's see. We were dating for 8 years before I proposed, so we've been together for a long time. So the whole Trainz thing and model railroading and all that was out of the way very early on in the relationship, and she's used to it. She wasn't too happy that I was streaming tonight, though, because we still have a lot of work to do around the house. But I need to take a break. I need to stop unpacking boxes and just do some stuff for a little bit, some fun stuff. I need those shrubs again. So she's cool with it. We haven't recently, but we used to play a lot of Minecraft together, and we had a pretty awesome server world, and she is a really, really incredible builder in Minecraft. We were working on a like a medieval village. Everybody builds medieval in Minecraft, of course, but she was just doing this super detailed medieval village, and it was pretty incredible. We still have the map. We just haven't played in a long time. I did play Minecraft. I haven't played it in a while, and I miss it, but it did get a little bit stale after a bit because I played a lot. We played a lot, like constantly. That was like our thing. And the vanilla game just kind of, it got a little bit stale after a while. They weren't updating anything, and I just got really tired of like just building the same things over and over and over again. I did get into modded Minecraft for a bit, and I really did enjoy modded Minecraft. I still do. Occasionally I'll pop on and play like the Direwolf modded pack or something like that. But I don't do that too much these days. I did try doing Minecraft Let's Plays at one point, and it just didn't work out. Don't try to find them, and don't tell anybody if you do find them. They were not the greatest, but it was kind of, that was just like the thing to do years ago. But I gave up on that. That channel is dead. It is dead to me. Yeah, parrots. What did they add parrots for? Like, come on. There's so many other things that they could add to the game, and they add freaking parrots. Let's see. We need to add some more shrubs. Now I'm getting sidetracked doing scenery stuff. It's all right, though. It's kind of needed to get done. I think I overdid it over here. I gotta scale this back. What's gonna go? You're gonna go. Move this a little bit. Move you over here too. I don't want it to be like too overpopulated, too obvious. Need a sip of water. Give me 1 second. Is the stream is stable, or is it just you guys localized kind of? I am on wireless internet. My router is like on the other side of my house, so I don't know if if my internet kind of, goes in and out a little bit. I don't think the internet goes in and out. It's the Wi-Fi signal. Changes with the wind. All right. What else am I doing here? We need to, let's see. Headphones are hurting my ears. We need to, what do we need to do, guys? What do we need to do here? We've got speed limits, we've got signals, we've got that. I don't need... Do I have any other crossings? I can't remember now. That I need to put whistle posts for? I think that that's good. I guess we gotta add a whistle post over here. So again, now I wonder... They would probably just use one whistle post, I bet. For that, for right here. Can do that. What time is it, man? 9:45. Okay. Doing good on time, guys. We're doing good on time. Okay, that's looking cool. What other signs and details can we add to this? I'm thinking here. We could add another milepost someplace else. I think would be good. So let's grab that asset. And I think. Oh no, that was just a regular thing here. There we go. Whistle post ain't needed. That's a siding. All right, I'll get rid of it. No trespassing. That would be a good sign. I don't know where I would put that, though. Let's see. Let's put another mile marker. So does anybody know with the mile markers, would it be counting up or down going from Barstow to Needles, or vice versa, rather. So I know which way to number this. So if that was milepost 126, if I add a milepost over here, is that going to be 127 or should it be 125? I think I'm going to put it over here. East is up, but now I don't even know if I laid this out in the proper, like, orientation, to be perfectly honest with you. Let's see. How do I make the compass come back? Hate the compass, but let's see. Spline point rotation. Where be the compass? Not gonna be in there. Not gonna be in there. Oh, there we go. All right, so this is oriented, I guess, theoretically. Where are we? Is this Needles or is this Barstow? It's been so long. This is Needles. So I got Needles to the east, I think. And you guys are probably going to shout at me and tell me it's all wrong, which it probably is. What's my all-time favorite steam train? I never really got into steam stuff, so I can't really say. I mean, I'm fascinated by it, but I've never really just focused on it, so I don't know. Yeah, I know, it's all wrong. I know. I wish there was an easy way to rotate the world or something like that. All right, we gotta hide this stupid thing again. Yeah, I'm not denying it about Steam. I just never got into it, that's all. All right, so this is going to be milepost. What did you guys say? It should be counts up. Barstow to Needles counts up in miles. All right, so then this will be milepost 127. Cool. Let's move this over a little tiny bit. My all-time favorite diesel train. I like Alcos. I think I'm kind of a big fan of the Alco RS1, RS2, RS3. I think are all really cool. And I hope to get a few of those skinned up for the P&B. I also like the RS11s and like GP7s and stuff like that. Like high hood type units I think are really cool. I like watching them run long hood forward too. Let's put another marker over here. I know this is not even going to be close to proper scale mileage, but I think it'll be fine. So this will be 125. If I can click it, there we go. So let's move it out of the way a little tiny bit. I would love to have the space for like a real model railroad one day, like HO scale or N scale. I talked about this last stream too, but I really love doing all these details and stuff like that. And like, I don't know, like there's a lot of stuff out there that you can buy to do little junky details like scrap yards and you know, old warehouses and stuff like that. So I would love to do that one day. Even maybe if I just did some kind of a what do you call it, like a diorama, that would be really cool. But that's a little ways off. I don't really have the funding to do that kind of thing at the moment, because that stuff is not cheap, man. It is not cheap at all. 124. I was talking with one of the jointed rail guys, Nick, recently about the Catskill Mountain Railroad, and I talked about it during my last stream. I'm a huge fan of it. I volunteered for them, and my grandfather used to work on the line, and he mentioned that he would make me a dem route or a dem file if I wanted to actually model that route. So that might be a future project, doing the Catskill Mountain branch of the New York Central Railroad. I don't know what era I would choose because the railroad was kind of peaked in the 1930s, bringing up people from New York City to the Catskill Mountain houses, and then once passenger traffic kind of declined in the 30s and 40s with the automobile, it kind of went to freight only. So it would be really cool to do steam on the Catskill Mountain branch in the 1930s or the 1920s. It would also be cool to do it during the transition era. And then I'm also like, man, I would be really cool to model it like at the same time that my grandfather was working the line. So I don't know if I modeled that route, what era I would do it in. Steam would be really cool because they did use a pretty good selection of steam locomotives. And in fact, I don't know if you could see the bookcase behind me I've got about 5 or 6 books on the Catskill Mountain Railroad that I could use as resources. I've got old track plans and all that sort of thing. Or the Catskill Mountain branch, not the Catskill Mountain Railroad, but it would be a really great route to model, I think. What else can I do here? I think I need to do a little bit more scenery stuff. Clean this up a little tiny bit. Grab this. Throw a couple more shrubs and grasses down. Just so it's not totally dry. What trees do I use on the P&B? they, I think, are all the JVC billboard trees. But I will be switching those out in the future for some better 3D or billboard trees. I think what I'm going to start doing is adding like speed trees, or maybe not speed trees, but like regular 3D trees, a little bit closer to like certain detailed scenes, and then using the billboard trees for background stuff, just to help save frames and still get like a nice detailed sort of look. You guys mentioned a trespassing sign. I can put that over here. Now, where would that go? I think probably right here. Would be nice. Oh, see, this says Norfolk Southern Corp, though. I don't want to use that. What's this one? It's just like a generic. This looks like something that would be outside of Area 51. I'd be like, you will be shot on sight if you get caught trespassing. Sure, why not? Let's... No, that's not gonna work there. Do I have any in here? No. No trespassing signs that will work for this, so that's not going to be an option. Alright, let's take a look here. Let's take a look at this map and figure out what we're doing now. What other details do I need to add or anything like that? Oh, I need to do this corner. I gotta do this stupid... Ugh. Alright, let's do this and get it over with. Because this has to get done. I can't do one corner and then leave the other one. Like, they both have to be done. So, let's clip it here and here. Gotta find our dig holes again. A little bit more. Now, is that even? If this isn't even, now that's gonna annoy me too. Let's look at the grid. Get a ruler. I think that's even. Okay. Turn this grid off, and then we will do this again quickly. Hopefully quickly. Yes, right there. Let's see, some other projects that I would like to do. We got our Catskill Mountain branch. I would like to do some kind of a... I'd like to do a route in the fall, and maybe like a fall-themed route, and maybe one in the winter time too. Fall and a winter-themed route would be really interesting, I think. Fall is my favorite time of year, and I think that I really like the a lot of like the dry textures that you see in the fall. All the dry dead grass and the dry, dead, dying trees and that sort of thing, I think make for some really interesting texturing. So I'd like to do that. And then in the wintertime, it's just like its own thing. Like that would just be a real challenge to try to do, I think. To do a winter-themed route, because there's not a whole lot of scenery you can do, but the scenery that you do create has to be like on point. It has to be very well done, well put together. So I think it would be an interesting challenge to try to do something do like a wintertime sort of thing. And I think like if I do a winter themed map, it would have to be steam, because there's just something really iconic and really classic about like steam engines in the wintertime, and I don't know what it is, why that's such a thing like that. I guess I kind of picture, this is gonna sound stupid, but I picture like the movie like The Christmas Story, or A Christmas Story is the name of the movie, and like just that whole, the way that it looks, everything about that, the old classic cars, and the type of houses that people lived in, and what the environment actually looked like and stuff like that. I think it's just really fascinating. So I'd like to do something like that. Wintertime, classic sort of look would be fun. It would be challenging. It would be difficult. It would be different. It would be something I've never done. Yeah, the 1940s. I like to challenge myself in this game, obviously. That's why I did this map. One of the reasons I did this map is because A, I've only done one other model railroad map, and I wanted to do another one. And B, I've never done anything in the desert or Union Pacific or Southern Pacific or anything like that. So I wanted to do something totally radically different than anything I've ever built. So that's why I decided to do this. And I'm pretty happy with it. I don't know if I would do another Western themed layout, but this is pretty cool. I'm happy with it. I just don't know if I'll do another one. But yeah, Steam era, 1940s would be great. Maybe like some really early generation diesels would be cool to sprinkle in there. I love the really early generation diesels. I think are really cool. A lot of the old switchers, 44 tonners, and the SW units and things like that. I've also really had an interest in, I guess, railroading maybe around the same era, but in like the Chicago area, because Chicago had such a huge amount of railroad traffic going through there, with all the like transcontinental passenger trains and stuff like that all used to go into Chicago Terminal, and I think that was really, really cool. I like complex, oh, that's stupid. I like complex passenger traffic, like a big passenger terminal would be really cool, where there's just like dozens and dozens of trains coming in and going out, and then doing switching out like baggage cars and postal cars and stuff like that would be a lot of fun. Do all of Vermont, like the entire state? That would be cool. That would be cool, but it'd be difficult. I have to do like some kind of a compressed version of it, where you would just take some of like the key scenes and stuff like that, and just kind of distill that into a map that's not totally track for track, but kind of got the point across. I have to lower this, don't I? This is kind of a weird song. I don't remember downloading it. I gotta find some more music. I wish I could just like put like Pandora or Spotify on or something like that. Oh, I'm using the wrong tool. That's my problem. But I think that this video would probably get flagged pretty quickly. And I think that they do live flagging during streams too. So if I was streaming and had some music that I was not supposed to be playing, I think that they have some kind of an algorithm to track it and maybe even mute it like live. I don't know. I just don't want to risk it. Metallica. That would definitely get flagged immediately. All right, Train Man. Thanks for stopping by. It was good having you. Thanks for the pointers. We'll see you next time. I'll see you on Twitter or Skype. All right, so let's move around some of these assets and kind of make this look a little bit better. Freaking bugs crawling on me. That was one thing that I am not very thrilled about moving out of New York City, is that there are a lot of bugs out here. Like, my whole basement is completely covered in spiders. Like, there must be millions of them down there, and I am a huge arachnophobe, and I just can't deal with it, so... I never ever saw spiders in New York City. Ever. Like, the bugs that we had roaches, but I could deal with that. They weren't such a big deal. And you didn't really see them that often. But out here, man, there's just spiders and silverfish, centipede things, and... oh, it's awful. Yeah, so if you guys see anything like that crawling around on the wall behind me or, like, on me, please let me know immediately. And then you probably watch me, like, freak out as well. I'll just have, like, a straight panic attack if there's a spider in here right now. Be abandoned ship and might be diving out the window. Yeah, I don't know what to do about my basement. Luckily, my basement isn't like... it's like a dirt floor, basically. It's not like a real basement that I ever plan to spend any amount of time in. It's got, like, the furnace is down there, and the hot water heater thingamajig is down there, and then that's about it. There's like a workbench down there, but I don't know why anybody would be down there. I can't even stand up all the way in the basement. It's so short. I'm a pretty tall dude, I guess, but I can't. It must only be about 5.5 feet to the ceiling. Oh, I gotta do this road too, don't I? So I can't even stand up down there, so I really just avoid that at all. Absolutely all costs. Let's see, what do we want to do here? I had a buddy of mine in college. I went to school out on Long Island, and I didn't know that there were, like, huge, disgusting spiders out there, too. But apparently there's some pretty serious ones. And my buddy got bit by one in the middle of the night while he was sleeping on his arm. And it didn't look bad at first, but, like, after a couple of days, he had to go to the emergency room because the area that he got bit, the skin, like, it turned black and it started to rot. I guess they said that it was like, I think they said it went necrotic or something like that. It was horrifying. It was the worst thing I had ever seen. And I don't know what kind of awful spider it was that got him, but it must have been a beast. I know, like, out in Australia, they got those huntsman spiders, and oh my god, awful. Yeah, brown recluse was, yeah, maybe. What are we doing here? We gotta move some of this stuff around. Alright, enough talk about the spiders, because I will wake up in the middle of the night screaming. That does happen to me occasionally, where I don't know what's wrong with me. I have such sleeping problems, but sometimes I'll, like, wake up in the middle of the night, and I'll still be dreaming, but I'm wide awake. And there was definitely a few times where I thought there were things crawling on me, and I'd, like, dive out of bed, like, screaming. Oh, Jack is a Zombie has arrived. What's up, dude? Thanks for stopping in. All right, let's see. Yeah, my wife was trying to put stuff in in the basement here for storage, and she's like, "What do you think? Can we put this down here?" And I'm like, "I don't care. I'm never ever gonna go down there again. Whatever you put down there is gonna stay down there until she gets it or somebody else gets it, because I am not going down there." This is looking pretty cool. I don't know why I didn't think about this before. I do need to move these assets though, because these cactus don't belong in the road. Neither does that shrub. Jack, you are too much. Was that your I can't remember now if that was you or Grumpy, the horrible sink situation the other day was just the stuff that nightmares are made out of. the most annoying thing in trains, in my opinion, is layers. I think that they're super useful. I never remember to like switch back to, you know, I'll be working on the wrong layer or something like that. So I wish it was kind of like Photoshop where like you can have a tab constantly stick out, or an option, you know, if I could just right click on this and say, you know, leave open, and then it'll just drop down or something like that would be so useful, because I can't tell you how many times I start doing stuff and I'm on the wrong layer, and then I gotta go back and change it. And I've definitely worked for like a good hour on something, on a build, and had it just completely on the wrong layer, and I have to go back and do it one by one, and that's just super annoying. Yeah, speaking of crashing, let me do a save. Alright, let's see, what else can we do here? Alright, that's looking pretty decent. I don't like that I could see through that. What can I do about that? What can I do? Because normally it wouldn't bother me in most places, but like if you're looking down this way, let's see if we can get a view, you can kind of see that, and that's, I don't know, that's kind of annoying in my opinion. But then I would have to lower everything. Might just have to live with it. So, alright, what else do we have to do? Let's take a look at this from... Ah, sheesh. That looks so much better than it being all squared. Oh my god. I'm glad I figured this out. That is much better. Much better. I would like to do that with this angle too, but the problem is that this is a terrain change too, like height-wise, so I don't really know if I could easily do that. Yeah, I don't think... I'm not going to risk it, because I think it's going to mess up this sort of dry overflow stream bed sort of look. What else do we got to do? I was kind of thinking... Oh, am I missing a wall? What is going on here? Oh wait, but I turned my walls off. There we go. Turn that back on. So let's just take a look here. Alright, so that fascia is there. There's a wall there. Yeah, guys, I think this is looking pretty good. Let's let me save this. Let's let me bring in a train. I'm gonna switch the screens for a second. We'll bring in a train and see how this does. Un momento. Oops. Okay. Let's let me save this, and then I'm gonna open this up in Driver. And then we'll take a spin just to see how the scenes look with engines and stuff. Oops. If I can open up the right file. Santa Fe Needles District, view sessions. I think I have one set up already. Let's see. And this is probably going to be extremely loud in like 2 seconds, just to warn you. File. I'm just going to change the sound settings here. All right, I'll bring you guys back. All right. We're gonna hide these junction overlays. We're gonna hide that. And we're gonna zoom in. I don't know, was that really loud? I don't know. Doesn't sound loud to me, but you guys have been saying that the game sounds are like deafening. Alright, so this is kind of what I've been doing. I've just been right-clicking on these guys and then telling them to just drive. And this is kind of how I was testing out the signaling system, just to make sure that it'll actually work. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the same setup I had for one of my last videos here, regular videos. Barstow is 745.9, Needles is 578. Oh, I gotta write that down. I'm gonna take a picture with my phone. So I'm not in edit mode right now. Let's. Alright, I got that. Save that for later. Catherine Mobley wants a shout out, please. Is that good enough? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Alright, so we got that going. Now, what I normally do with this Amtrak, he tends to be a bit of a pain. So, let's see. We are at Barstow. I usually say wait for... I'm just going to give it a wait for command at first, just to... so it doesn't just take off right away. So we'll go navigate to Needles, platform 1. I should probably have this. Come back. There we go. Navigate to Needles, platform 1. We will wait for 30 seconds. And then we will... I don't know if I need to add a load command into that or if he just does it. I'm going to leave it. So, and then what I have it set up to navigate through another track mark. Yes, Jack. Yes, Jack, I think you are the only one who doesn't know what this game is. That's okay. So I have, if we look at the map, I put a track mark right here, Needles Yard West Track 1. And I'm going to use that to tell this guy to navigate via. So he's going to drive through that. So let me make sure I got the right track. Track 1. Needles Yard West Track 1. Oh, well, yeah, thanks. Thanks, Jack. I do appreciate you stopping by. So, alright, so where am I going here? So then I'm going to have him go back to Barstow. And then repeat. Alright, so let's, we will see if he actually follows my commands. Let's get rid of that. So what tends to happen here is, this guy is kind of the oddball, because this station is on its own siding, and so is Needles is on its own siding. So he needs to cross back out and onto the main line multiple times, and what tends to happen is one of these guys will get a red light, and then he'll just sit there and wait at the red light, and then stop and not do anything else. Like it just abandons his job, and then that's the end of it. So let's just see if that happens. I do need to change the time of day here, though, so I can minimize these shadows. Quick drive. And we're just gonna go high noon. There we go. No, of course. Ah! I like to roll the mouse wheel in to get a more telephoto look. I think it makes the game look a little bit more realistic than when you're looking at it like this. Like this looks more. I don't know whose vision is actually like this. I mean, this is cool for getting like big panoramic shots, but this just makes it much more detailed. So let's see if Amtrak. He made it through. One thing that really sucks about this layout design too is this grade here. It makes it really, really difficult to start and stop trains back here in staging. They just don't have the horsepower or the traction to get up the hill from a dead stop. I could put some. I don't really have. Do I have? I could use quick drive to throw some stuff down. I don't know if I really downloaded too much into here. I'll just kind of like pepper this. Actually, these guys should be over here. This is gonna screw up all my signals, I guarantee it. So we'll throw a couple of these guys around. Why not? Whoa, come back. Whoa, why did it just like popped out of this menu for some reason. We could throw, do I have any boxcars I could throw over here? Oh, I saw, see, we got some CSX. I thought I just saw a switcher in here that I could use. Yeah, the other thing is that was actually a good idea to populate the yard a little tiny bit, because if I don't, at some point after a little bit, one of these trains is going to think that he can use this as like a mainline track, and they will. They'll do it. They are just rogues like that. Throw a couple of these guys down are pretty cool. How's that looking? I gotta find some boxcars. The thing is, you can't. I don't think you can search. You can't do like a big search in here because this is just like quick drive. That is a European car. Let's just try it. Yeah, it's kind of like a really basic search. I'm trying to remember. I think the boxcars are like down here somewhere. Maybe not. Are they at the top? 40-foot boxcars. It's not really modern day stuff. We got some gondolas. Throw the gondolas over here. Ah, here we go. So Amtrak took the right of way. Gave this guy a red signal. Now I can guarantee you, almost guarantee you, that this guy is gonna he's gonna stop. Oh, we got a bottleneck. Oh, why is he going backwards? That's a problem. I think I might have just not given him the right command. He hit this track mark that I told him to navigate through or via, and now he's seeing the path back to Barstow. The shortest way is to go back in reverse. And I think I actually have another track mark. How do I do this here? I have another track mark that he has to navigate through. This one. Barstow Yard East Track 1. So I gotta add that to his command so that he will actually keep going straight. Otherwise, he's gonna just go backwards. Navigate via... And now this should work. And of course we got cars stuck in the crossing here like that. I hate that. Not much you can do about it though with these big thick crossings like this, like the way that the traffic stoppers are. So now this guy, he's done. He stopped. See, he just, I don't know, he's still good. He's got a thing, but eventually the little DCC thing will pop back up and he'll be like, sorry, can't do anything. I don't really know why they have it programmed to do that, but they do. Let's throw some boxcars down. These are kind of cool. Burlington Northern ones. And then we could we got some more of these sorts of things. Do I have anything built? Oh, I've got, here we go. Kaboom. That looks much better. Join up. And then I've got a well card. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm surprised it didn't cause a derailment. That would have been bad. I wanted to put that I wanted to put that on this track. Oh, and he's got an engine on him too. I don't want engines on there. That's literally just this consist saved. We'll leave this one empty, actually. What else do I have? Boxcars, well pack. More well cars. Mixed. There we go. I think these are a few that I kind of made on the fly. There we go. That's looking pretty cool. And the junction overlays are glitched out again. No, not vehicle names. Is it because I'm... Oh, I see. It's because I'm in the quick drive thingy. Amtrak Down Easter. That'd be pretty cool. Let's throw some stuff over here too, because I'll have the same issue. These guys will start trying to use these main tracks as like a main line. Some of this stuff. I'm not super familiar with the operations that go on out here, but we can pretend. I can do my best. This is like some new stuff with Trainz that I noticed, is that sometimes cars don't couple up properly. It's kind of irritating, but eventually they work. We'll just throw a couple of these guys down, rotate it, and then it doesn't look exactly the same. There we go. That's cool. And we got Amtrak is taking the siding, which is good. Let's get out of that. Everybody seems to be operating properly. What do you guys think? Is this layout ready for release? What else can I kind of am getting the feeling like there's not much more for me to do. So I'm feeling pretty confident. I kind of want to just do some beta testing in Trainz SP2 and just make sure that everything actually works. Let's see, this guy stopped. But I don't really know how much more to do here. Yeah, one-way track marks would fix it, but the thing is I wanted to make sure that it stayed flexible with these crossovers. So that way, if you do want to do a crossover with an AI train or something like that, you're not going to encounter some kind of a situation where it's not going to want to go the opposite direction that you're telling it to. Put the England trailers where the FedEx trailers are. Okay, I can probably do that too. Take a peek at the chat here for a second. All right. Let's see, it's 10:30 here. I do still have to work tomorrow, so I'm probably gonna wrap this up pretty soon. I think what I'm gonna do is go back into Surveyor and just do a couple of more things, and then what, you guys don't like the floating double stack? That's like the new thing that they're doing. Some new Elon Musk sort of technology. But I think I'm gonna go into Surveyor, change out those mile markers, and then this looks pretty solid to me. What was the other thing you guys said to do? Mile markers and change the trailers. Don't let me forget that. Mile markers and trailers. What do you think this guy's day is like? Probably a good day. All right, so I think it probably has to do with what load I put onto these. If I had to guess, I incorrectly put the wrong loads, the wrong pair of loads on there, and it allowed it for some reason, but that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, this will be a interesting route to operate. I wouldn't mind putting together a couple of sessions to go with this, but that's something I will develop a little bit more, I guess, as time goes on. Once this is out there, I mean, you guys are definitely welcome to create sessions for it and share it and stuff like that. So, and I look forward to seeing what kind of cool stuff you guys come up with too. I like these little scenes. I think I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. Just enough detail. I don't think I over-detailed or under-detailed. Like, there's some things that I could probably improve, but I think it's pretty cool. For my first time doing a Midwestern type route, I think it came out pretty good. Yeah, somebody else mentioned the power lines. At some point. I think somebody actually mentioned it in the P&B, that some of the, or maybe it was this, that the power lines I'm using are like dated, or they're built in, or they're just garbage or something like that. So you can make the trains blow their horn at the crossing. There is a trigger command that you can do. It's not exactly the easiest and best thing to do, but it is doable. It's something you have to program when you're making the session, when you're putting it together, as far as I know. Or you can use the B&M whistle post, as It's Unreal mentioned earlier. So that is a possibility as well. All right, so excuse me. Let's go back into. Oh yeah, let me switch this out really quick. Oh, let's check this out. This guy is stuck. I'm gonna switch this out. We'll go back into Surveyor, and then we'll wrap this up. So let's exit out of here. And then Go back in here. Alrighty, so track marks and trailers is what it's gonna be. And I guess this ugly fascia is just gonna have to stay here forever, or until a better asset comes out. I have 18 notifications in my Snapchat. I'm wondering if it was all you guys snapping at me, hoping for a shout out or something. I'll check them all afterwards. What am I looking for? So needles is 745.9. So I'm gonna go ahead and change that. Where did I put? We will put one. Why don't we put one over here? Add that to the pick list. And we'll throw this here. Yeah, I heard one new thing that that came with SP2 is a way to make assets not have shadows. I haven't tested that out, or know really of anybody who tested it out successfully. But that'll come in handy for things like these walls and the ceiling and stuff like that that you really don't want to have generate a shadow. 745.9. Oh, it doesn't render out a, did it not? It didn't render out. Did I put the decimal point in there? Doesn't render that out, I don't think. 745.9. No. So it'll be 745. And then I'm going to change these other ones too. So then this one would be, we'll just say 746. Or, wait, what did we say here? Michael Foreigner said Barstow is MP 745.9 and Needles is 578. So I gotta go backwards. So let's just do 700. Why not? Shadow Freddy 003 Productions. You made it too late? Well, you made it. Better late than never, right? Where else did I put these things here? So we'll do this one, be like 6 something. $653. When am I gonna work on a new model railroad? I don't know. I need some more free time before I can really start any other projects. I have lots of projects that I want to do. I just don't have the time to do them. And I don't know. I'd have to pick another model to do. I might do something even smaller. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a really large model railroad. I'm not sure. Squirrels Lockdown Gaming Animation. You made it too. It's all good if you're late. Better late than never. So let's do this one. 513 sounds cool. Or no. I went too far, right? Yeah. We gotta go 5. Why is it not working now? We'll do 613. And then we've got another one over here, I think. And I guess this will be the Barstow one. Where are you? I think I put it at the signals. So 578. Oops. It won't let me backspace. This is so weird. 713, you're saying? I should go back and do that one. Where is it? $713. All right, and then you guys said swap out some of these trailers too. I think you guys were mentioning this trailer CR England, so swap out some of the FedEx ones. So we'll do that. So once this, what am I trying to say here? Once this map is done, I'm gonna do a release video, kind of like a showcase. Just show it off a little tiny bit. Just do cinematics, and that'll be like my announcement video, I guess. And hopefully that can be pretty soon. Like I said, I need to do some beta testing on it, and then once it's beta tested and I know that everything works, I can package it up and try to figure out how to get it out to you guys. The signal in front of a diverging route should be a double head signal. Yeah, I couldn't get too prototypical on these signaling because the scale of this railroad. I actually have a bunch of invisible these invisible signals all over the place to help keep the trains moving, because otherwise they stall out. Well, not stall out, but like they see the signal in front of them, which is really on the other side of the layout, and then they stop, thinking that they can't go ahead or that they have to operate at a restricted speed when really it's miles and miles away. Not necessary. All right, how's that for the CR England replacements there? Looks pretty good to me. Close that. Trucks and trailers were from Jointed Rail. They have a whole package. Just the trailers, actually. The trucks I think I got from the download station. So that's that. Pretty much anything you guys think look really cool that I'm using, you can find it either at Jointed Rail's website or from the download station. I don't really get much content from other places because you can't trust it. You use something from some website that you found, somebody's awesome Trainz website, and it's great, and then a couple weeks later, they decide not to pay for the domain name anymore, and those assets are just gone. So I try to make sure that I get assets that are going to have some kind of longevity to them, and I think Jointed Rail is probably going to be around as long as Trainz is around, and the download station I think is always going to be there as well. So I try to keep it consistent, make sure that I can get some stuff that'll be available later on as well. I think SRS Trainz is gone. I tried to go to their website the other day and it was not showing up. So they might be history, but I'm not sure. I think I'm just about ready to wrap it up here so I can start wrapping up my day and get ready for the sleeps, get ready for the Monday work, which is going to be a pretty easy day, but I still have to get up and actually do it. But I do get the 4th of July off, and I plan on barbecuing and relaxing a little bit, which would be nice. Hopefully I can take a break from unpacking stuff for a little bit and just try to enjoy my day, enjoy the weather. Since the weather is finally starting to straighten out up here, the Northeast has been very wet and cold lately. It's awful. But I think... Let me save this. Yeah, hopefully SRS Trainz comes back. That's where I got some of the locomotives that I was using from. They're pretty nice models. Nice skins. Alright, so you guys are saying SRS Trainz is working. Alright, so maybe it was just down the other day when I went to go look at it. So so I don't know. There's my intro sting. I thought I deleted that from this playlist. That's okay though. I think that's gonna do it for me tonight, guys. I'll leave the chat open and running for a little bit, and the music, so we can kind of wrap things up. But I am gonna close out and get ready for bed because it is 10:45 here. I need to get at least like 6 hours of sleep. So with that, guys that joined me, thank you so much for joining. I think we hit not as many as last weekend, but it was still pretty good for a holiday weekend. I think we hit 50, I don't know, 60 or something like that was the total, the top. But that's awesome. I'm glad that you guys made it. This video will be on the channel, so you can watch it again, or anybody who missed it will be able to rewatch it. So you guys enjoy your 4th of July. Enjoy your summer vacation. I hope to be back pretty soon. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to stream next weekend. I have to go out of town again. So no stream next weekend. Hopefully I'll be back with some videos and some more streams soon. I'll keep you guys posted. Follow me on Twitter and Snapchat, and Instagram for announcements when I'm going to be doing this again. So I hope to see you guys there. Thanks again for joining me, and have a good night. See you next time.